Hello everybody. I am sorry, first of all, for not making a vlog last week. I was feeling a bit under the weather, having a bit of fever and feeling malaise, which is to be expected. I mean, we've been on almost a month of Christmas vacation and then all coming back to share our viruses and bacteria with each other. And we have lots of new students as well from all over the place. Really, we have 2 students from Japan, which is very exciting and so much fun. I love having them here. So what have we been doing for the past 2 weeks? Well, we continued spinning, which I love. Spinning is really, it's my new thing. It is so incredibly relaxing and meditative. So I've been making yarn and then some more yarn of different qualities, different colors. I'm very excited to sit down and knit with it. I have no idea what I'm going to knit. I have taken out so far about 500 grams of wool. So 500 grams of wool for spinning, that is. So hopefully I will have just below 500 grams of yarn. So do you have any suggestions? What should I make with half a kilo of yarn of different qualities? Maybe I'll knit a pair of slippers, yeah, and knit them too large and then put them in the washing machine to make them shrink, make them really warm. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, spinning, that's one thing we have been doing. And then we had 3 days of dress history, which was very exciting. Our teacher, Emma Frost, she is amazing. She's such a good teacher. She's so knowledgeable. She's really an expert in her area. So we've been talking about dress all from about 1500 up to mid-19th century. We've been watching lots of YouTube videos of like how to get dressed in the Elizabethan court and so on. Very exciting. Epiphany that I had was that socks have looked the same. Socks have been socks for a very long time, with not much variation to them. Other things change, socks stay the same. So yeah, we've been doing that. And then we did some more ribbons, or some more bands. Of course we did. Why wouldn't we? I mean, we've only been making lots already. So let's make some more, shall we? However, we did use a different technique. We've been using different techniques every time, to be fair. I find it a bit tedious to continue to make ribbons. So we have been using what's called a bandgrind, a heddle, I think, rigid heddle in English. So you thread the warp, every second warp thread through a hole and then through a split, right? And then to make the weave, you lower it and you take it up and you put your weft inside, right? And then you change positions and the threads will cross and you put in a new piece of weft. You attach it to your waist and then like to a high point on the wall. This didn't work excellent for me. To sit in that kind of position gives me a lot of pain. So I fairly quickly changed over to a ribbon loom, which also wasn't excellent for my body, but it was better. And this is what I made. Look at that. I made not much, but I made something. And that makes me happy. So see if I can do that makeup thing, if you can get any focus on this. I don't think so. I don't know. This is hopeless. Anyway, so yeah, very, as my teacher said, oh, very Hannah colors, very Hannah-esque colors. And I'm like, I love that you use me as an adjective. I should always be an adjective. Or maybe a verb. To Hannah. Anyway, yeah. So I made a ribbon. And you can definitely tell from this that I am a beginner, because this is not even. It is almost as curvy as I am, which is a lot curvy. But you know, that's fine. I haven't been working with a ribbon loom before, so I mean, that's cool. Or a band loom. Is it ribbon or band in English? You tell me. So what I was struggling with in the beginning was to get it as tight as you need it to be. So because as you make the warp out of colored thread, you only want to see the warp, you don't want to see the weft at all. But I didn't have enough tension, so you could see the warp thread and the weft thread interlocking, which didn't look very good. Then you didn't get these clear and nice colors. But I did learn, I did get better, and I decided that if I make enough to use as a bookmark, I'm going to be content with myself. And I mean, this is like enough to use as a bookmark in an atlas. So well done me, well done. I'm very happy with this. And then we began our new sewing project. So the outline for the sewing project is to make something in linen with only square cut pieces and triangles. Because this, as we've been doing dress history, this has been a very common way of making garments. Because if you've been going through all of the painstaking effort of planting your flax, making sure that your flax is happy and grows, and then you're retting the flax, and then you're preparing the flax, and you're making linen, you're spinning linen thread, you're weaving your linen cloth. Now you finally have this cloth, this fabric that you can use to make a garment. You do not want to cut anything away. So you don't want to cut like any round shapes for your arms or anything else and just throw those pieces away. No. So you make squares, and then you can also make triangles, because you can put two triangles together, right? And then you have a square. Jolly good. This is what we're doing. This is okay. My issue was that all of the garments we were shown as examples, like, oh, you could make this or you could make this, I thought they were really ugly. Like, I do understand that this is a historical way of sewing. I do understand that this is the correct way. I still find the garments ugly. And if I'm going to make something and put myself into it and like to love this garment, I need to make something that I want to wear. Luckily, there is a sort of modern movement called zero waste patterns. So very much the same. Also square cut pieces, or pieces that you cut out in a way so you don't get any fabric left over at the end of the process. So zero waste. I first learned about it from the British Sewing Bee, actually, which is, I think it's a great show. If you're interested in sewing, you should watch the British Sewing Bee. And what I'm going to make is, I was looking online for patterns for zero waste patterns, and I found a Swedish designer based in Malmö, and I bought this pattern from her. Look at that, very nice. So the two base patterns for this is either a puff sleeve blouse or a blouse, right? But then it also comes with lots of hacks, so ways you can change the garment and make something else, which I thought was very generous. So here we go. And this V-necked dress is what I'm going to make. Or well, what I will attempt to make. Hopefully it will turn out somewhat like the pictures. We'll see. So we're first going to make mocks or toiles of our garments. But I found such a lovely fabric. So we have like discarded fabrics that we can choose from to make mocks. But I thought this was so nice. Look at those stripes and squares. Don't you just love them? And all of those colors. You have the Bordeaux and the pink and the yellow and the green and the petrol. I mean, who wouldn't want to wear that? So I am going to make an effort to really make a wearable mock. So yeah, I'm gonna make the dress. I'm gonna make a dress, and then I'm going to make the same dress again, because that is the task we have been given. Yes. So I have also bought a fabric online, which is this lovely indigo blue with white thingies on top of it. It looks a bit like a 18th century tea mug. So very, like, think of this blue and white porcelain. So yeah, I am going to look like a large teapot. Lovely. It's going to be splendid. Like the one in Beauty and the Beast. That one is white. At least in the old movie. I'm so old. I think that's it. Yeah. We've been spinning. We have begun making mocks. We have been having dress history. And we've been making ribbons. Making bands. Lovely. And this week we are going to start with the weaving. Very exciting. So the real looms, the big looms. Here we go. Let's see how many mistakes we can do with that. It's gonna be so exciting. All right, hopefully see you all next week.